Hello friends, my name is Mohit and here I am with a new lecture on building English vocabulary and most important GRE words. So let's start with our first word. Our first word is mercurial. Mercurial is an adjective that is used to describe unpredictable changes in behavior or mood. Now in order to create a story behind this word, let's connected with a thermometer. As we all know that thermometer uses mercury as a expanding fluid, right? So mercury expands with the increase in temperature. So mercury acts according to the changes in the situations. So whenever there are changes in the mood or behavior of a person, but that is not expected, unexpected changes in the behavior or mood of the people, this is described by the word mercurial. Let's say Pratik's mercurial behavior will create hurdles in his professional growth, right? So mercurial describes a person's quality of creating unpredictable changes in his behavior. Our next word is malapropism. It's a noun. Let's divide this word as mal, prop, and ism, right? So as you all know, in case of malnutrition, the meaning of malnutrition is, here mal means bad, because of bad nutrition, right? So just similar to that, we will derive the meaning of mal here as bad. Now let's say prop. Now if you are from science background, you all know that all rocket uses propulsion gases, right? They uses solid fuels and thereafter they burn it by using oxygen to get the propulsion thrust, right? So in that case they have to mix two different things in order to get that combustion of gases, right? So this is mixing of two different things. So here we will get the meaning of malapropism. It is about mixing of two absolutely different words because of the same sound. So it sometimes creates a lot of problems while people are delivering any kind of speech or any kind of conversation. Like sometimes sincere humor is created using malapropism in movie dialogues, right? So this is what malapropism is. Next we have volubility. Volubility can be divided into volumes plus ability. Now, as we all know that sometimes books that we find out in our market, these are available as volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, right? So these are the different subsequent versions of the same titled book, right? So volubility signifies the ability of person to write or talk continuously. So ability to create volumes of books, or we can say the ability of the person to talk or write continuously, this is volubility. Like Richa's volubility had reached its pinnacle as she authored 3 books in 2 months. Okay, our next word is querulous. Querulous, it's an adjective. Let's divide this word as quarrel plus continuous. So this word, as you can easily get it, querulous is the word that is used to describe a person's personality who keeps on complaining about everything, every aspect of his life. So that person is termed as querulous, or that character or that characteristic is described as querulous. Like people always try to keep distance or make a distance from querulous characters of the society, right? So this was querulous, that describes a person's quality who always complains about every aspect of life. Our next word is magnanimous. Magnanimous is an adjective. So let's divide it as mega means big and generous. So the person who is really very noble at heart and he is really very generous and open hearted, that person, that personality can be described as magnanimous. So like most of the great sports personalities are magnanimous in nature, right? So Magnanimous describes a person's quality of being generous wholeheartedly. Next we have staunch. It's an adjective and this is used to describe a person's quality of being so firm and honest and loyal towards everything or about something. Like some youth leaders are staunch supporters of khadi movement, so they cannot be shattered from their faith in khadi movement, right? So that's the reason why we are calling these leaders as staunch supporters. So staunch, it's an adjective that is used to describe a person's quality of being loyal or firm. The next word that we have is unequivocal. It's an adjective, and as we have already discussed equivocal in our previous lecture, equivocal statements means that are confusing or ambiguous, right? So this word has no problem in deriving its meaning. It's just opposite of equivocal. So the statement or the conversation or speech that is clear or not confusing, right? So that is unequivocal. So the statement that are having only one conclusion or one meaning, that is unequivocal. It will be quite easy for you to remember it because it is just opposite of equivocal. This time the speech delivered by a president of the club was crisp and unequivocal, right? The next word is tantamount. Tantamount, it's an adjective. Let's divide it as tentative and amount. So it is used to describe as to be equal to something. So the amount that tends to be equal to something or to be equal to something, that is tantamount. Like the crime he committed tantamount to a pure sin. So the crime was equivalent to pure sin. That's the reason why we are calling it. It tantamounts to pure sin. One more most important word is ephemeral. Ephemeral is an adjective, and the story that we can create here to describe this word is E plus funeral. As we all know, funeral, now earlier it was done by burning of wood blocks, right? But nowadays it is done by electricity or by using LPG gas, right? So this takes a very small amount of time, so it lasts for a very short time. That's the reason we call it ephemeral. So the meaning of ephemeral is lasting for a very short time. Anything that lasts for a very short span of time, it is ephemeral. Just like the sunset at the seashore was ephemeral because the sunset lasts for only a few minutes, right? So we are calling it ephemeral. Next word is vilify. It's a verb, and let's divide it as ill and fi, right? So normally whatever word that we use, like neutralize means whatever that is being done, we are just neutralizing whatever we have done. What are the works that we have done, positive or negative, we are just making it to zero. That is nullifying the objectives. So if we are dividing this word as ill means bad and fi, then we are doing ill of something, illifying the personality of something, illifying the deeds of someone. So to spread negative about someone's character, that is to vilify. Like in this corporate world, most people vilifies hard work of their subordinates to get credit of the work. So the seniors are vilifying the hard work of subordinates in order to get credit of the work. So this is what vilify is. It's about nullifying the effect. So we are spreading ill of others people to get the credit. So this is to spread negative about someone's character. So let's have a quick recap of all the words that we have learned here today. Our first word was mercurial. Mercurial means causing unexpected changes. Malapropism. Malapropism was to create blunders because of similar sounds of people of words. Sorry, similar sounds of different words we are using in a combined form. That is malapropism. Ability is the ability to write or talk continuously. Querulous means the person. It is used to describe the quality of a person who continuously complains about every aspect of life. Magnanimous was about all those personalities that are highly wholeheartedly very generous personalities. Staunch supporter, right? Wholeheartedly loyal supporter. Unequivocal means not confusing, to be straight. Tantamount means to be in equivalent amount. Ephemeral means lasting for a very short time. And vilify means to spread negative for others character. So this is my profile. Please use this link to follow me on Unacademy website, and please comment and review so that I can further improve this course. You can talk about any other words, any other kind of stories that we can use in order to enhance this course. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching this lesson.